Yes, them a look good in my tight little dress. Rock it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when we wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need either wait. If you get it to the top of the plate. Wanna run it up, run it up, all night. If the lights went down, get your kip up, baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift it up for you all night. Bet you wanna get some of my dirty love, baby. The boys them all want me. Them gyal I get salty.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Nashville. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Tyjae Spears. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. DJ Jones, the big defensive tackle, with the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Levis. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
To throw is Levis. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro, in there to bag another one.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Now fair catch called for and taken, and that sets them up in outstanding field position.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And now for a 2nd time, he loses the football.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. And he gets this up close to the 40. Tackle there by Will Anderson. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Levis to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. The man in motion is Burks. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Oh, he tried to keep the play alive, but it is intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns, not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Dell motioning over. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. Hook's able to pull that one in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Levis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway. Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Cooks going in motion. On play action. Stroud. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Take down. Touchdown, Texans. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Levis. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They send Ridley in motion. A 2nd down throw here for Levis. He'll tuck it and take off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Out of the shotgun, Levis. That caught Tony Pollard. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
The man in motion is Burks. Levis to throw it here on first down. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Here's Levis from out of the pistol. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On second down, Levis. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Here's a third down and 4. From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. The motion man is Johnson. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Not a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
So after one, 10-0 is our score. And we're back in Music City after this. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Cooks going in motion. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
They run over center with Williams. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Stroud. And downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2nd and 11. Now, Stroud. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Dell motioning over. Here's Cam Akers for the first time. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain, and 4th down's coming up.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans will open up a 13-0 lead. Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Here's Levis. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They send Ridley in motion. Now, Levis. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
They'll try and run here with Spears. And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On first down, Levis. Throw on the run is complete. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down for Tennessee.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game that allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10. He's got room at the 30. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
On play action, here's Levis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Here comes 3rd and 6. The motion man is Johnson. From the gun, it's Levis. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Levis to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. He's inside the 40. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Houston. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Next to score, Texans 20, Titans nothing. Tiny Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. They send Ridley in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Texans 20, Titans nothing.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Sanders set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And let's give it about 4 on that one. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Stroud. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
First down, it is Williams. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Cooks going in motion. Throwing on second down. Stroud. Here's a screen set up to Williams. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Here's a second and 12. On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up third down. They'll go again with Williams. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They send Ridley in motion. On first and 10, here's Levis. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. First and 10, and they give it to Pollard. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground inside the 40, a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Here's second and 2. The motion man is Johnson. Throwing on second down, Levis. High throw, but it's reeled in. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Titans. Levis has the offense back at the line with a two-point try. The motion man is Johnson. And that is incomplete. Two-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, it's Stroud.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
On the quick, right?
Cooks going in motion. They'll run it with Williams. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here's Stroud. That'll be intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
They send Ridley in motion. Levis to throw it here on first down. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
A second down throw here for Levis. That is caught at the 3. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL. Sports. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
0. 40 Rita.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. Over the top, he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Schultz is the motion man. Stroud going to get rid of this to Dell. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Dell motioning over. From the pistol, here's Akers. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Here's Levis. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
On 2nd down, Levis. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Throwing is Levis. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw is Levis. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
Levis. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. Levis to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. The motion man is Johnson. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Levis. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, we're lucky it hasn't been even more. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A throw left side finds Dell. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. A quick throw taken in out wide by Dell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
They'll try the right side with Williams. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Cooks going in motion. It's another run here for Williams. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. 14 on the pickup. First down for Houston.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.